very often these days I go back and look at my old work, especially the paintings which I did before my fine art experience, and I try to compare them with the work I did after that fine art experience, trying to understand, how far I went, how different they are, and in which respect. And I just said that I think that my new work is more mature. Before I started to do fine art painting, I was still struggling with technique. I was learning how to paint. I was learning also how to think. And I was trying to develop my technique, which took me many years to achieve. And as far as my painting technique is concerned, I think that there are certain things which can be called mature, and it is the way I was able to handle the paint, to apply the paint, to express my emotions through my brushwork, but at the same time to define the forms through the use of expressive brushstrokes. And it's something which is a consequence of years of practice and work, hard work and focused work. You know what you want to achieve, and you work on that, on trying to achieve this objective for many years. You have to stay focused. So one of the things which I try to achieve is to handle the paint in such a way that when painting, I don't have to think about what my hand or what my brush is doing. It does its own work. I'm the creator, and my tools are not only my head and also my skill. So my skill is not my art. My skill is my tool. So that's what I think makes my work after my fine art experience more mature. At the same time, while comparing these paintings from different periods, I see that I have become more skillful, but sometimes I doubt whether my paintings became generally better. They are more skillfully painted, there is less effort. But sometimes I have the feeling that my previous works, which I did when I was less skillful, have more depth. Why? Because I think that the amount of struggle and wrestling with the problems, technical problems which I had before, just helped some deeper things come to the surface and infuse these paintings with struggle is not always a bad thing. Through struggle there are some things which come to the surface and enrich the final result. You might not be that might not be your intention, but if I believe, and I'm quite sure about that, actually it's more than belief, it's knowledge. I know that if you achieve your goals too easily, there is a big chance that your final result will stay superficial. You have to wrestle with things, with yourself, in order to infuse your work with substance. There is no shortcut to the place which is really worthwhile of being at. That's, I believe, one of the main truths of life. And if you project that into your work without, trying to make from yourself a martyr, but just, genuinely, fighting to achieve your goals and escape the urge to find the shortcut, then eventually your work will have weight, will have substance. People will start noticing that. Although they connect that, in my case, I think they connect that primarily to my technique, But I think that there are things which are behind those, expressive brushstrokes, which are the foundation of that, what they feel. That's at least what I think about that.